Dom's back. My morning is made. My morning is happier when Dom's involved.
Hey, buddy.
You know that, right?
Hey,
you know
everyone.
that, Dom. You know that when you're here, it makes my face smile bigger, makes my skin glow more. My hair is growing even further with my receding hairline as I get to my 42nd year of life. So, what's happening, Dom? Good to see you, buddy. How was your weekend?
It was a weekend. It was an interesting one. It was overall good. Yes.
Love it, man. Well, good stuff. Do you feel recharged? Do you feel ready for this week? The kids are off school, right? It is what used to be Columbus Day. It is now Indigenous Peoples Day. Maybe it's both. I don't know, but it's something.
No, my kids don't have today off. They had Monday off for some reason. So I think they just didn't want to give them 2 back Mondays, and I don't know what last Monday was, but they do not have today off.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? Columbus Day. I remember having Columbus Day off. I'm just checking it out right now. Columbus Day, October 14th. Well, yeah. Is it every? No, it's not every October 14th, but it's like what, the third Monday or second month, whatever it is. Another Monday in this month. Columbus Day, I'm reading this right off the internet. Columbus Day is a national holiday in the United States that commemorates the landing of Christopher Columbus in the Americas on October 12th. What's the year? Do you know, Dom?
No, I have no idea, man. 18
1492.
Right?
Right? Isn't there like a...
I had them switched up. I was going to say 1942. So, yeah, that's why I stopped. I was like, there's no way.
Oh,
so, yeah,
goodness.
History lessons.
Wait, hold on. I want one more thing. Why Columbus Day changed. Now, I kind of know to Indigenous Peoples Day. Now, I think I understand this, right? Let's see if I can get a quick answer here, and then let's drop some gratitude. Keep some structure here. I got some really good feedback recently, Dom. Structure can definitely be helpful, but why Indigenous Peoples Day is replacing Columbus Day in many places? Okay, first of all, what is this? AZ Mirror. This is Arizona Mirror. Okay, this is some sort of government website. This is probably going to be crazy. I don't know what's going on. For many Indigenous peoples, Columbus Day is a controversial holiday. This is because Columbus is viewed not as a discoverer, but rather as a colonizer, which you kind of knew, right? This is all what, 2-3 years ago, statues were coming down. His arrival led to the forceful taking of land and set the stage for widespread death and loss of Indigenous ways of life. Okay, got it. All right. I'm glad we touched on both sides. There, Dom. Okay. But your kids don't have off.
No, don't.
All right. Well, my kids do. They slept. Alex, what's going on? I think we got Alex chatting it up over on X. Thank you so much. Let's drop some gratitude, guys. Please, let's share some gratitude. Let's make sure what's going on. Dom, let me know, buddy. Where we have gratitude for you today?
Just life in general. Like I said, it was a tough weekend, but a good weekend. So just being with my family, getting to, just getting the opportunity to do everything that I get to do with them. So it's a good weekend, man.
That's so cool.
How about yours?
I want to give you a shout out though, because I feel like it's not just. I know in a private text sometimes you will send us pictures of what you're doing with the kids and whatnot, but you really, I feel, and I don't even care if you don't agree with this, but the pictures you send us, I feel that you really do make a really good effort to put yourself in a position to be connecting with your kids in a really special way, whether it's building a bookshelf, right? Which is like accountability in itself. You built a bookshelf. You were hanging with your son on the recliners. Don't mind me completely taking down the privacy wall here. But then just hanging out with other people. Dom, you connect people, which is really cool. And I think in the most organic way. So I just want to give you a shout out there.
Thank you, man.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'll drop some gratitude over here. It was a good weekend. I think my wife and I got to connect last night, which was really good because the kids were sleeping over at grandma's house. So I want to say thank you to grandma and grandpa for having my girls over and just giving us a little bit of a reprieve. But you know what? It is something that is not happening a lot. We could ask for more. We probably could ask more for our girls to stay with the grandparents and have more time to ourselves. So I think that it's just good, but there's different times of life. I don't know. It's really hard to always think what we really need. So anyway, let's hop over here. Alex, I was going to ask you, Alex, I was going to call you out. I want to come over to the couch. Alex, if you don't know, because I don't know if you've been here before, but Alex, you're dropping some gratitude every single morning. And for anyone that's new, we're dropping gratitude every morning just to make sure that we can start our day really well. Dom is the gratitude king, so he always starts us off, which is great. But we have Alex over here, grateful for health. I do have, and my ability to adapt, and for finding stoicism in the times. Alex, are you big on stoicism? Do you know about stoicism? Dom teaches me. Dom teaches me stoicism. Yeah, this is what Dom taught me. Well, I'm going to forget them now. Wait, are these, Dom, are these the rules of stoicism? No, they're the pillars of stoicism, the four? Because there's more. Like
cardinal virtues, the virtues.
Got it. Justice. Wait, hold on. I feel like I've been focusing. Justice, temperance, right? But the two easy ones. There's the two easy ones I'm forgetting. Ah! No. Hold on. Give me 15 seconds. Okay, hold on. Justice, wisdom.
Think Josh.
And courage. Okay, got it. Awesome.
And
awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Courage. Change to bravery at some point. Had the chance to go with the courageous cockatoo, but
I think he was just upset that it was a bird.
I know,
some big strong animal.
I'll pop down here to Craig, just giving the couch a voice because you guys can't talk, and so we want to give it to you. So thanks for jumping in the chat so much. Grateful for grandbabies. I always say, if I had to choose a grandfather, I wouldn't say this in front of my deceased grandfathers. I would choose Craig as my grandfather, but grateful for my grandbabies. I got to spend the evening with both. Nice, man. I'm so glad. That's awesome. And then we got David over here. I always, in my mind, I run through where everyone's coming from. David in Ohio. Oh, Alex, I don't actually know where you're from. Alex, can you let us know if you feel like it? You don't have to. That's totally fine. We've got Craig over in Australia. And Craig, can you help me out? If I'm looking at Australia, where are you? West, east? Not the middle, right? No one lives in the middle. That's where snake bites happen and kangaroo fights, right? Is that true, or am I just being an ignorant American right now? But David's over here. Gratitude. Love the new Nike commercial. Oh, got it. Wait, what? A good... I was thinking maybe it was the advertisements during when you hop on here. A good kids coaching moment when no one is watching. Get up. Failure is like fuel. Doubt is adrenaline. Get up. All right, I like this. I'm going to read it again in a faster way, so it's more of a message. Okay, David, here we go. When no one is watching, get up. Failure is like fuel. Doubt is adrenaline. Get up. Do we say just do it? Because it's Nike, right? Anyway, okay, so Craig is west. I'm gonna, Dom, can you remind me? Craig is west. And
Craig is west.
Got it. Okay, cool. Oh, we got Broken over here. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Alex is over in Boston. That's good to know. Oh, you know what? You guys do a really good job of Boston meetups up there, right? Doesn't Teacher Katie set you guys up with the Friends community up there? Broken Gratitude, the Step Challenge with you all. How many times I have not wanted to do it here. We are 2 days away from an accomplished goal. We have to nail this down. If you don't know, Dom has really given us a great treasure chest, which I've been told is not the great way to say it, but he's been he charged up our treasure chest of winnings for people. So we'll be sending some of those things out later. But good stuff, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. And Alex, thank you for being here. Please, share far and wide. We are here every single morning. You can catch all replays over on the VeeDads podcast on almost any podcast platform at this point, which is pretty cool. So we got that. All right. We did it, Dom. I think we got through some gratitude. And if Blaze pops in, we'll do it. All right, 8:41. We're done with grats. Jason, I took notes. I'm trying to. I think I'm trying to stay structured here, Dom. Um, I do. You know what? It's something where I know I love hopping on here with you guys, and I could obviously like shoot the poo for like, hours on end. But it's so hard. But I think getting into it, knowing kind of what's going on, it's good. It's 30 minutes. We're talking about a few things. We're calling some people out. We're giving a voice to people. We're tapping our minds. It's all good stuff. But I think that the structure is helpful for our minds and know what to expect. So that's where I'm at. So it's getting. All right, we got Ryan Holiday. What do you think Ryan Holiday's favorite food is?
No idea.
I don't know either.
No, I don't. And I don't think I've ever heard him mention it. So no clue.
I recently, the reason we're talking about Ryan Holiday is because we are reading The Daily Dad every morning by Ryan Holiday. It is a daily meditation, all steeped in modern psychology, practical wisdom, and stoicism. Got it. Okay, we got it. But I really appreciate it. He has a bookstore that he lives out of. Dom, you were going to go visit there, but I think plans changed, right?
Yeah, it's on my list out in Texas.
I want you guys to definitely go do that. Let us know. But I love what he said recently. He was on his podcast, and he mentioned that his bookstore that's down there, it's called the Painted Porch. I don't know where in Texas it is, but it was doing really well, and he was podcasting out of there. And he found out, he's like, I can't podcast out of this bookstore anymore because it was getting so popular. Reason for Dom wanting to go there, right? So he was going to go there, or he was going to continue to podcast out of there. But eventually, I think people would keep showing up, and they would come knock on the glass, and they would interrupt. And then he saw that the storefront or whatever location next to his store was up for sale. And I just I appreciate this about him because like I feel like I would try to do the same thing. He was like, I don't want anyone moving in. So he ended up renting or buying the place next to him just so no one was going to bother him. And then I think he made that his like new podcast studio, which is really good.
That's funny.
But like, that's exactly something I feel like I do. Be like, no, I don't want anyone moving in here. I'm just gonna like, I will go into further debt if I need to, just to make sure that I'm comfortable.
You definitely don't want a gym moving in next door.
Well, that's what he said. He was like, what did he say? He's like, it could have been like a music venue or something. He's like, I couldn't have that. So things good. All right. What we got today, Tom? What we got today? October 14th.
October 14th. Pain is a part of life. Nice. So yeah, this one's about, letting them suffer or letting them realize that pain is out there, suffering, like things going wrong, things going bad, just not scooping them up and taking them away from it, letting them experience it, being there, right beside them, or, in the background a little bit to help if they ever truly need it, but, kind of giving them that sense of what it's like to suffer, what it's like to be in pain, what it's like to, get through it, and you're tougher, you're strengthened by everything you go through. Every step Brofit takes, the dude gets stronger. Can't imagine him getting any stronger, but he does.
I feel like one day we're just going to see a video of Brofit. He's just going to be like, okay, I'm out of here. He's just going to like take off, just like the Hulk jumping sky high. Shout out, Brofit. We love you. Yeah, it's hard. I think what I was connecting most with this, and I felt that it's important, is that what am I thinking right now in the moment? I'm thinking of biting my tongue. I'm thinking of biting my tongue in moments. Good morning to Blaze. We got family. We got family happening.
We have
Blaze. I'm going to finish my thought really quickly, but I was thinking of, because we're talking about pain, today was pain is part of life and our kids having struggles, right? And so one thing that I was connecting with is that we have to be able to bite our tongue, I think, at certain points and not want to step in or say something because as it says here, and I would love to look this character up, Herman Hesse's Siddhartha. Do you guys know that book or that character? No, I don't know. I might look it up quickly. But we cannot spare our kids the suffering we have gone through in our lives. So I think the biggest worry is like, I'm worrying that my kids are going to go through the suffering that I had to go through, either large or small. And it's like, do I want to protect them? I might want to steer them clear of some things, but I also want to share my story and let them know that like, if it happens, it's okay, which is kind of all part of, you know, I think other gratitude or other meditations throughout this month. Anyway, Blaze, I'm so sorry. Didn't want to not say hi. Hey.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Can we give you some space to give some gratitude?
Yeah.
Yeah, robot-y, Blaze.
Yeah, we're not
Blaze,
hearing you,
pop back
buddy.
in. Pop back in when you can. Tom, is there a specific moment, and I love everyone else on the couch, is there something that you've gone through? It doesn't have to be so specific, but like, is there something you've gone through that you don't want your kids to go through?
Specific moment or non-specific moment. I don't know. I think for me right now, I don't want them to go through what I went through in the time frame that they're in, where I didn't realize like how much more important it was to like be a people person, or like to have like to experience people. So like I was just kind of like more off on my own, and like kind of like, I don't know, I just never went really deep and had meaningful relationships with anyone. And so, you know, that's kind of what I'm trying to teach them, and even modeling it, you know, with you guys and with the V friends and with my work friends and stuff like that. So I think that's the main thing I don't want them to go through, to like get to their 20s or 30s and just be like, oh, I didn't really experience, you know, these people enough. And it's hard to teach that. It's hard to understand that as a kid. So I'm trying.
Yeah. Can I speak openly about an analogy that I don't want you to connect with in any other way than just what the end message is going to be?
Okay.
I like that your answer was okay. Oh, also, by the way, I got these little packets of Celsius that I can add to water that I can use as pre-workout. I've been having them recently. I've been thinking about you every single time I pop one open and put them in water. So you are inside me, Dom. Dom, I feel as if I'm so grateful for you, because I feel as if we've caught you on the back end of something that you've really gone through, and I think that's really cool. And so again, I'm speaking openly, so be like, I don't know, that's it. If you've ever known someone, I think that, like, let's just say, this is my analogy, so just accept it or not. But whenever I'm thinking about somebody that maybe has gone through a very large, you know, weight loss journey, maybe they went from 400 or 300 pounds, you know, down to a healthier weight. A lot of times people won't want to kind of talk about or kind of go back to that. And then we're catching them in like a different moment in life, what better or worse, whatever it is. But I guess in this case, better. But you don't know that person. You can't picture that person, you know, heavier. You can't picture that person doing things that aren't so good for their health. When you talk about this, because this is like at least the third time you've talked about this moment before, I cannot picture you not being the person that you are right now. So somebody that is not like, you connect people really well, you do it so seamlessly, you do it so organically. And I'm sorry if this is uncomfortable if I'm giving you accolades and all these roses right now, but I think it's something where you are a great picture, I think, of someone who really has done so much deep work and is putting it out there, and I think has been so vulnerable and just open with it all. So I'm just really grateful that you're showing that, and that if you didn't tell me, that you struggled with this previously, I don't think that I would look at you the same way as a great of a person and a great dad and a great friend. So I think it's pretty cool. So I want people to know that about you. I don't know if you want that. I don't know. I don't know if you want people to know that, but sorry if I made you uncomfortable, but I just want to make sure that I put it out there. I think it's good. But that itself, I feel like is really hard, right? I think it's like, I don't want my children to go through loneliness, which I think I did. I was a depressed, anxious child that didn't understand what those feelings were, and I didn't have many people in my life that knew what it was. I don't think it's fair to say like, oh, they didn't try to help me out. I don't think they knew, and I also didn't know how to share those feelings. So I sometimes try and get ahead of that with my girls, just by asking so many questions and being around them and all that kind of stuff too. And I know that my wife is very much on top of it and is a great mother for them, and I don't think they're ever going to feel that. But it is something that I don't want them to go through. Also, college debt. I don't want them to go through that. So I gotta think of something more specific. So, Blaze, how you doing, man?
I feel like every time you call on me right now, I am going into like a bad connection zone. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
It's raining, windy. I don't want my kids to have to. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I think I just want them to have like great friendships. Like, I don't think I talked to anyone that I went to high school with, like, on a daily or weekly basis. And I'm not saying that like social successfulness, having friends from high school, but I think it's cool to like connect people at that level in high school. So I'm kind of different. Like, it's not they have to have lifelong friends from junior high and high school, but I just want to make sure, kind of like what Dom was saying too, that they have like some great like quality friendships and interactions and stuff like that.
Do you think that's something that you're going to be able to teach them or push them to do, or do you have to just show them and hope that they kind of follow your example?
Since they're young right now and they don't control their own time or what they do or where they go, I think it's putting them in situations where they have to interact with other people their age. So like setting up play dates, dropping them off at the YMCA daycare, having them participate in like team activities. They don't have to be good. They don't have to like it. They just, if you can at least go for the social connection part.
Yeah, I hear you. That is probably one of my more vulnerable things, which I kind of forget to bring up sometimes, is that I don't, I guess for lack of a better way to explain it, I don't really enjoy being in these situations, like say bringing my girls to the park and then, talking with other parents. I don't love that in the moment because it feels so forced. And it's hard for me to be complete. Like, it's hard for me to play a character in the moment and kind of mask my way through it because I've masked for so long in my life in so many ways. And I'm like, this is a waste of time. Like, I don't have anything to say to you. I don't hate you. I think you're a great person, but like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, I'm going to care to talk about the weather or the sports that I know that we don't even like, or like whatever's going on. So I feel like sometimes it's like, I have to push myself to do that, or, show my girls how they can definitely get social. Luckily for me is that I know Lauren is very much social, so it definitely helps a ton. And so it makes me feel maybe that's just having a partner that can do that. I think is definitely good. I want to jump over here to the couch really quickly, but we have Dylan Ray over here. Dylan, thank you so much for sharing this. Things that you don't want your kids to really go through, generational trauma. It's real, and our job to break it. Kids will have parts they will have to go through, hard moments that they will have to go through, but shouldn't endure more than necessary. I think it's so true. It's just so broad when we think about that, because that generational trauma, it's like, what do we want to stop? I think we have to attach to a few things and make sure we're doing it. Dom, do you connect with the generational trauma thing?
Yeah, I do. Me and my cousin talk about it a lot.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Yeah, just the stuff that went through our family. Like our family is. I mean, and I kind of feel like I've read that it is a generational thing. It's like our parents' generation was this. They're of the generation that didn't was told not to connect deeply with their children. I was told just to like do this and let their children be and strengthen them and whatever. And so I felt like I came from a unloved or like an untalked to, and then now it's like our generation is doing the opposite of that and maybe over loving and over talking to. Like
I feel like
classic overcorrect.
there was definitely a time I think where Dom I think was like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes I think you guys are getting a little more emotional than you need to. I was like, it's good. I'm taking notes. I think it was a good message. But I think it's definitely. Blaze, I'm trying to put you back on here. I think it's definitely good. Craig, thank you so much for sharing. I always appreciate Craig's story over here. Him sharing the loss of his daughter through social media, bullying, all those type of things. And I think it's something, of course, like I don't think we want anyone to go through it. One thing that's on my mind right now is just the idea that we need to make sure, I was listening recently about, who told me this? Blaze, I think you told me this one time, is that there, for men to feel less depressed, or for men to feel like they're getting enough or fulfilled or whatever, they need to have at least 2 days a week where they're connecting with friends, like whether it's like beers at a bar or whatever it is. Didn't you say that? Yeah, that was you. I recently heard it from, what's his name? I hate bringing someone up and forgetting the name, podcast or whatever his name was, but it was a good reminder. And I was like, yep, that's why we show up every single morning. I think it's helpful for anybody. So, just with the idea, I think what Craig is mentioning, I want anyone to think like, if you guys are feeling depressed, you might be still tired, but please sign on and share all that you definitely can. It would definitely be helpful. Wait, what was this? Okay. Yeah, kid birthday party. Oh, wait. MP, you think just like hanging out? You mean like talking to people? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think he was referring to when you were saying like the awkward like play date or at the park forced conversations. He was talking about kids' birthday parties, and I feel that that was a struggle for me. I just went to one on Saturday.
Yeah.
I had some awkward moments.
You know what? Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm so awkward. And I'm like, everyone feels awkward. I was like, everyone's kind of thinking about themselves anyway. So like, I could say anything right now and just walk off and no one's going to really care. I think people can.
Can I share my awkward story to end us off?
I want that.
So DeMille went to a birthday party this weekend. It was like they made bath bombs. And so I'm leaving. Like, I've never really talked to people that much. And I shook Dad's hand. It's always like shake a woman's hand sometimes. So like, I went to give the mama a hug. And she did it. I don't want to say it wasn't well received, but like I never said like more than 5 words to this person. I think she's like, "Why are you hugging me?" And I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna go.
Oh no.
I feel like I've been there before too, man. Are you replaying this in your head?
I'm sure she'll never think about it again. But I just thought about like how not everyone's a hugger, or I'm not a good communicator. I'm like a pretty intimidating body habitus, and there's also like a lot of kids and a lot of stuff going on. So just something to be reflective about.
So, all right, guys, that is the top of the hour. We here every morning, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Grateful for always Dom taking on the morning with us so early. Thank you so much. Guys, any last words before we sign off and Blaze gives us our signature goodbye?
It's a great Monday, everybody. Happy Columbus
Have a great Monday. Indigenous Peoples Day too. It's both. Yeah, I think we have both.
Whatever I'm supposed to call it, I want to call it that. And if I offend anybody, but may your mugs stay filled with coffee and your hearts of gratitude. Have a good day, everybody.
Peace out, guys. Take care.
See you guys.